Welcome! It's time for that One Piece chapter 1115. Yes, we've gone from a long week break and it's time to deliver masterpiece. Such bigness. I can smell it already. So begin chapter 1115 Continental Fragments. What does that mean? Oh, Only Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 5, Getting a Bento from Hiyori and Otoko. So, uh, so in the last chapter, we see Yamato planning to circle the travel around Wano, circling. So, in this pilgrimage, Volume 5, she is preparing her bento, her lunch for the travel. I see. Yeah, we had some rice balls, some sticks, meat, yum, shrimp. Okay, let's see what Oda's notes. Ado's recent concert at the National Stadium was incredible. The world-traveling pop princess keeps standing out, keeps outdoing herself. So Oda, hmm, he goes in concerts. That's cool as I. Let's go. Land Wano. We're already in Wano, guys. The flower capital Wano. Oh, I see the pirate flag. Yeah, the straw hat Jolly Roger. You good? Oh, my bad. Good to see it. And now you may be wondering how he came to be known as a pirate. Hmm. Also, that is Vegapunk talking. It's hard to believe this foreign transmission is reaching us. We found the snail in the castle among Orochi's possession. Hmm. Right. So you were a pirate, Joy Boy, just like Luffy. You know of him, my lord. Ayan. Momonosuke, Kinemon, Shinobu, and Otama. Some samurai. Yeah, samurai. A jail cell at G4 at the G4 naval base. Who the hell? It's Timaru Black! No! Ex fake Luffy. What the hell is this? No! They are cosplaying as Kid Pirates now! What do you mean? Joy Boy, who cares? I bet you could easily beat him, right, Captain Kid? What are they? What are they? What are they on to? Come on. The man's already dead. That's our captain. The only thing bigger than his confidence is his belly. Yeah, I'm clearly a million times tougher than this Joy Toy. It's Joy Boy, boss. What is the Maru Black on about? Si Sanji as killer na Marines. Do bear in mind, I only have access to a handful of poneglyphs. Mm, but not all. But their combined narrative clearly chronicles an unbelievable history about a great war in the distant past. During that period, Joy Boy faced an enemy, the organization now known as the World Government. Wait, isn't that us? Well, he did say he was a pirate. Well, uh, he's right. Oh shit. Vegapunk! He is angry. Back then, they were merely the Allied powers, a temporary coalition consisting of 20 separate kingdoms. They are running towards them. Is that conquerors? You mean they all have conquerors? Because I see bubbles on that snail. Yay! They do have conquerors, Happy. Power skillers gonna be wild. Oh shit, is that Joy Boy? It can be assumed that an alliance was the only feasible way to oppose the formidable faction to which Joy Boy belonged. What faction? I am afraid. Oh, they are 20 kings. I see. The top three dogs? Yeah, Joy Boy. I am afraid that the case of this conflict still eludes me, so I do not presume to judge the morality of the combatants. I can, however, say that this war was a clash of two opposing ideologies. I mentioned earlier that Joyboy was born into a fantastical civilization. Zunisha thinking. So, New World. Oh, they are listening. One so advanced that it is hard to believe it existed over 900 years ago. The weapons that existed during this century-long struggle are beyond our modern science. That's amazing. Carrot, Wanda, what's name? Uh, Lion something. Yeah. Come on, I forgot. Fe, 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 fe. What the hell? Foxy! No. What's that peanut-headed fool saying? Oh, boss, you're making me hungry. Such technology is baffling, even to a genius such as myself. He's so big-headed. What is he cosplaying about Foxy? What is that? Bro, what is that? Okay, we're back, we're back. Stussy! Wheeze, wheeze. Who's that? Huh? It's me, Edison. Oh, it's Edison. What is Kako on about? I mean, Kaku looks tired. Let him rest already. He's been on a bubble since, you know what, 10 to something chapters. And he almost died. Lower the barrier and hightail it out of there. But I can't. What if something were to happen to the Straw Hat crew? I'm gonna be straight with you. There ain't no point in the barrier no more. Not when there are monsters on the island who can't ignore it. I see. Come on. Jay Garcia also have conquerors? Well, Edison was right. No barrier can hold these five monsters. Except Bartolome I guess. We've done all we can for them. Make sure they'll make it somehow. How much longer, Jinbei? Man, come on, Jinbei, run! My apologies. We're almost there. There's nothing to apologize for. We were busy. Is that you, Zoro? You're gonna get it later. Who the hell said that? Now, hurry up. They're moving their ships to blockade the northeast coast. Come on. Oh, look at Usopp right here. Standing tall. That's what I like to see. Let's go. Okay, there's the giant warship Elbaf. I'll never forgive you if we get blasted out of the water after like this. I'll never forgive you if we get blasted out of the water after all this. Oh, I see the giants. Yes, protecting their ship. That's good to hear. I was worried Stella would never forgive me if I let them get caught. As if. Now get your ass out of there. But I don't know what to do with myself. Huh? Says Vegapunk. Now that's Stella's gone. Who am I meant to live for? Oh no, it's not Vegapunk. It is Stussy calling. But I don't know what to do with myself. Now that Stella's gone, who am I meant to live for? I have no purpose. Kaku? Don't let him use his sword. Oh shit. Oh, Sanji! Come on, get up! Giant Bonnie? This geezer can cut anything! Zoro? That Zoro? Well, he looking fierce! Sense the living voices. Oh, they are... He is not even focusing on the fight. He is sensing the voices. Man, what objectives? Bonnie! What did he do? Oh, he kicked a giant face? Then Bonnie! Get down! Bonnie, get down! Who said that? Oh, it's Frankie. Oh! Ah! Oh, she turned small. Oh shit! She got the ship, the front of the ship, and the Jolly Roger. I see that. I see the Jolly Roger. Hmm. I can't maintain this distorted future for very long. Wheeze wheeze. Oh, okay. The Void Century ended with Joy Boy's defeat. Oh, the Walking Giant. Yeah, the robot. Zunisha. How much do you intend to save Vegapunk? He's leaving. Dicks. There are too many life forms up here. Where is he going? Is he flying or something? Did he jump? But the aftermath had grander consequences. Bro! Venus Juru's on another level! Did he get the whole island? He got the cloud. There are too many life forms up here. Might as well cut the whole cloud itself. Ooh! Down! The wake of the ancient conflict scarred the world. And those scars never healed. What the? Oh, some CP0 agents. The CP765 agents. Yeah, they saw. Oh, Seraphims. S-Snake. S-Shark. S-Bear. S-Hawk. Oh, they're in the bubble. Wow, they fall. We all know travel between islands can be excruciating difficult. The seas are the seas one must traverse are so vast and perilous. Most people are content to live and die at their place of birth, never experiencing any culture other than their own. Okay, understandable. Isn't that a bit obvious? Yeah, everyone knows the seas are danger. That is common knowledge to us now. But it wasn't like that 1,000 years ago. A cataclysmic ecological disaster occurred during the Void Century. What disaster? Is it Emu? No. Does he know something? Yeah. Oh shit. And the ancient world was swallowed by the ocean. We are now living atop of the remnants, continental fragments of the land masses that once were. Oh shit. So you mean the whole continent, the islands, the vast majority of the islands of the land masses are now underwater, sink into the ocean. Oh, the world was once never like this to begin with. They all sunk down. And all the fish live there now. Come on. It's like the movie what movie is like? What movie is it? Where it's all around the ocean. And it's like Mad Max but only water. They couldn't find land. I don't know that movie but say what? Dragon. That conversation I see. Oh, Sapo using that too. That. Oh no. The world of millennia ago sleeps. The world of a millennia ago sleeps unseen at the bottom of the ocean. So Fishman Island, they built their city there, but they couldn't some live in that uh, cities scattered for the fishermen. I know it is hard to believe on my word alone, but there really were multiple vast continents out back then. This is insane! I know! Hey, Nojiko, Nojiko! Let's go! Where do you think you're going? The whole world is at stake. Fill me in later, I've gotta check on the Tangerine Orchard. Nojiko! hmm You know, she can't change it, so she had to do what she had to do. This change in the this change in the world helps explain how a century of history could be censored. This change in the world helps explain how a century of history could be censored. I see. A feat that seems nigh impossible, but it makes sense when you consider the undeniable conclusion all the data points to. All the data points to. Oh, I see. Within a mere century, the average sea level rose by a staggering 200 meters. Oh shit, 200 meters means if they use that thing that they did to Lulusia, they used one to do by and the ocean rose up by 1 meter. You could say that uh they used that weapon 200 times to uh to destroy 200 islands. That is not, that is a good theory. That is possible, feasible. Well, this is the world government we are talking about. That is of no consequence, as Imu said. What? You're kidding? 200? 200? A warship's only 60 meters tall. Hmm. No wonder the old world disappeared. Hey, stop listening to this crap. We have work to do. The Seraphim and all those imprisoned Cyberpol agents were spotted falling out of the lab building. We've got to rescue them. This smackdown. Did you hear that? His tall tales keep getting taller. The old farts lost his marbles. What a joke. Yell a joke. Lost dreams. Come on. Sakura Kingdom? Is that really possible? Dalton? Yeah, Korea. Even now, the world still finds a way to keep things interesting. That mountain is around 200 meters. Hmm. They are comparing the mountain to the depth of the sea, rising. Oh, I see that, Mr. Painting. And is that Miss Kilo fruit? Yeah, I see you. You're saying something that tall would be. You're saying, you're saying something that tall would be submerged. How awful! How many people died? Yes. Because a human, average human can go up to almost 2 meters. Yes, I was like 1.60 something, not even 2 meters. Imagine a whole 3 meters rose up in this ocean. What you gonna do? You can't swim forever. Uh, not alone. 200. You've been eaten by fish, sharks. Yeah, no one can survive that. That begs the question: how and why such a flood occur? Naturally, your first inclination might be to assume it was some kind of natural disaster. However, I can say for certain that it was no such thing. It was a man-made calamity. I see. What I'm talking about is that the thing that they did to Lulusia was, in theory, they did that 200 times. Yes. And also a theory that Joy Boy is the first pirate. It is because the ocean is not wide that time 1,000 years ago. But they used the weapon in Lulusia to by 200 times, thus submerging the cities, the structures of the people, uh, forcing them to evacuate at a higher place, thus creating the first pirate, Joy Boy, who sails into the seas. You know what I'm saying? Yay, big brain! You can't be serious. Oh, it is Morgan's. It was if this catastrophe was brought about by natural means, there would be records. There would be records denoting early warning signs several centuries earlier. Oh yes, if if it will if if the ocean would rise at a certain future, and the advanced kingdom must have had uh, a measurement, an an instrument that could able to predict the rising of the ocean. But it is not, as they say, the it is not a natural phenomenon but a man-made calamity. It was it was a severe world-altering event after all. If this catastrophe was brought about by natural means, there would be records denoting early warning signs several centuries earlier. It was a severe world altering event after all, but all my research into meteorology, theology, ecology, and atmospheric science confirmed that there was no such natural build-up. Such genius. Yeah, we see Vivi shutting the hell up of Morgans. Yeah. Man, how long is this chapter? Woo! I'm sweating. It is impossible for such a drastic change to happen spontaneously within the span of a mere 100 years. Yes, it was impossible for 200? Come on, it wasn't. Meaning, the cause lies elsewhere. I'm parched. Let me drink. Let's go. It is impossible for such a drastic change to happen spontaneously within the span of a mere 100 years, meaning the cause lies elsewhere. Let me check my camera. Of course, yes. My suspicions were confirmed a few days ago. Oh, so just a few days. When I analyzed the world's current sea levels. The Gorosei, this will be hard to accept, but that disaster 800 years ago was caused by ancient weapons technology capable of sinking the world. Ancient weapons is Uranus. Oh, so they say that Pluton destroys island, and it is a ship. Because there were blueprints of that uh, passed down to Frankie, then Frankie burns it. So makes it is a ship, but in Alabasta, Crocodile is trying to find Pluton. Maybe Pluton was built up back then, and it is intact until today. So that's why Crocodile is finding that old Pluton when Frankie's blueprint can make one. And also, we see that Pluton was underneath Wano. So Crocodile uh, suspicions were wrong that the Pluton, ancient weapon Pluton, wasn't in Alabasta, but it was it. I think the poneglyph there, poneglyph in Alabasta, pointing out that the Pluton was in Wano. So back then, I think they the Pluton was in Alabasta, but they moved it to Wano, which is an open country back then, and close it so that the world government can't get their hands on the Pluton. God damn! Come on! What theory? Come on, no? This will be hard to accept, but that disaster 800 years ago was caused by ancient weapons technology capable of sinking the world. Oh, the Marijois! Come on, it's getting juicy. And that very same firepower evidently still exists, just waiting to be used again. In other words, the Great War, which ravaged the world during the Void Century, is still ongoing. Emu! Emu! I got goosebumps. Come on, dude. Whenever I see Emu, damn! When will when will we saw and when will we see Emu's face? That is the question. The genius sheds light on a forgotten history. Ah, Emu looks. Ooh, listening. It's he or she listening. I can't read Emu. Look at this. Such black entity. And his eyes. Feel like he is angry. Yeah. It ends. No break. We'll see you guys next week. Let's go. There's so much in this chapter. Lore, action. Look what and and the art. Look at the art. Come on, Oda. Quickly. Oh, Saturn. Eh, Venus. Come on. Venus chopped down, cut in half. The clouds, the whole island, and it is a super super objects, meaning a super continent. It is massive, a massive cloud, been on the top of the buildings, massive structures. I think it's one of the best swordsman. Uh, above, no, below Mihawk. I think Mihawk. Uh, I would say Mihawk. Then go with Venus. Then go with Shanks. No, because Shanks is a pirate. I would say, and Mihawk is a pirate. No, enough with its power scaling. It's not important. The important is the lore. So the old cities is below 200 meters. That is fascinating. So some maybe besides the island, on the sides, uh, there are besides the island 200 meters below, we see the continents, the old islands that were submerged, and it was different from the Fishman Island because that is 10,000 meters below. So they on the deep sea, but on but the continents, the islands that existed 1,000 years ago was just in 200 meters below only. So there are bodies of water back then, of course, but it is a lot smaller compared as of today. Well, even now, if we compare it to this world, to our in real life world, if we were to submerge 200 meters, there will be a low islands that will rose up 200 meters. Even the tip of the mountains, we will be forced to live there, and we will never going to see our houses, our environments again. That is a very cool thought. Well, it is not impossible if we were to melt the ice on the Arctic, Antarctica Ocean. Oh yes, the glaciers. That I saw a video of that. If we melt the ice, the glaciers, our ocean will rise, and um, I see a lot of continent will be submerged. A lot of countries will be submerged. A lot of people will die of starvation, of the overpopulation. Yes, because everyone for themselves. But yeah, it will be a catastrophe. So, and the world government built the world from 800 years ago from today, because all around the world, if we if there are only 20 countries that fought against Joy Boy, it means that there's little and no communications around the world. It means there's little people that knows the war happened, and and they only know that the 200 meters depth was a natural phenomenon. So they all move up like that and so on. So that is pretty easy to be determined by the world government and announces their authority to the world as if nothing happened in that war that they won, and quickly mold the world into what they wanted to do in order to make the world as peace as possible, and forgetting that ancient kingdom. What if the ancient kingdom also submerged as if they used that weapon, the ancient weapons? So does it confirm that that they used on Lucia was an ancient weapon? Because the only ancient weapon that we haven't seen was Uranus. Because Poseidon is Yoho Shirahoshi. Pluton is in Wano, and we cannot recreate Pluton since the blueprint was destroyed, burned by Frankie. So the only Pluton right now that is available is in Wano, and the Uranus, which assuming that it is the Uranus, is in the hands of the government. So that matter. Oh, of course, that power source exists that time. Also, if that power exists that time, that unlimited power, they can use the ancient weapon many times, and they submerge the ancient kingdom. Thus, the power lost, so they can't use it anymore until now. Megapunk did the Mother Flame. That is the theory of mine. Chapter so good, so much lore. So that's it, guys. We had some fun, very interesting thoughts and theories. So I hope they will be revealed as the next chapter comes, or even after that, and so on. So that's it. See you guys on next week. No break. Oh.